Yeah, yeah, go ahead and bring that up.
I know, right? Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's Tuesday. For those of you not on my Facebook feed, I spent yesterday in Madison with the financial aid office, and this ugly thing is my interpretation of student loans that my daughter's going to need. I never had to deal with them. Alan has with his daughter. There are horror stories out there, and I'm starting to understand why. I don't think they really function like a normal personal loan does. Whereas it's a fixed term, you have a certain payment. If you want to pay more, sure. Some comes off the principal in the beginning, more comes off the principal at the end. But the more I hear, the more it seems it doesn't work that way. So this is what I'm looking at. Whether or not it goes to plan, we'll see. I'm going to be in the poorhouse for a while. And you know, the sad thing is that so daughter number one is going to Madison, which is a huge Big Ten college here in Wisconsin. I have daughter number two, who is 2 years behind her, and then daughter number three, which is 4 years behind her, or 2 years behind number two. So, and then another one, which she's starting sixth grade, so probably in 6 years. So, you know, one after another, they're just going to keep coming. So, so we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll be dead before then. I want to talk earnings app for a second. It's back in the Google Play Store. And what I did is put like a splash page that will show you the tickers that it's processing behind the scenes. I know in the past, especially for longer ones, or for earnings dates that had a tremendous amount of earnings, that it seemed like the phone would lock up. So at least it's going to kind of display which stock. And let me do before market tomorrow, because there's a little bit more to that. Tomorrow we have Target, we have Lowe's, we have TJX, which are all retailers. So it'll be interesting to see what those do. Here's where it says currently processing low, and then I'll go to PFGC, which I don't know what that is, Target, TJX, and Zim. So as it kind of chugs along, this will kind of let you know where it is in the processing. We talk about missed opportunities, and this is Bed Bath and Beyond, which it's almost going back to the upside down world again. Came out this morning saying that there were issues with it. It's a major short. And then some, I don't know, should I call them a whale? Some big investor said, look, I have all these call options. And then basically it exploded. Had you tracked this on the 5 minute, and honestly, look you can't even see the 5 minute range here because it moved from like under $20, or is that $16, all the way up to 28. I think it was up like 30% at one time. And the kicker, or the interesting note on it, is this: Bed Bath & Beyond shares surged despite liquidity concerns. So you hear liquidity concerns and you're like, oh, this is going to be a short. Here's where it broke above the 5 minute high at 10:10 Eastern time at a price of about, let's call it $18, $17.68. And then basically just off to the races kind of things. When you look at this daily chart, this is going to come down. You can't sustain this kind of movement for very long. You know, especially with a company that says it's got liquidity issues. I think this kind of falls into one of those other Wall Street bet stocks. You know, we saw with AMC, with GameStop. There's one other one that I'm forgetting. And now Bed Bath and Beyond. I do know some people that have shares in it, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, talk about a would have been nice to get in kind of thing. And to pivot to the 5-minute rule app or the FTM options trading app, which soon will be renamed to the 5-minute rule. And I know you guys on iOS are using an app called the 5-minute rule, but it allows you to track multiple stocks. And the cool thing that I saw in Facebook land.
Can you bring up on your ThinkOrSwim the actual readout of the buy and sells?
Yeah, but I wanted to mention that, you know, you posted this, which basically lists what, 15 stocks?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of the 5-minute rule app, is it allows you to track that many stocks.
Well, look at it, had Best Buy and Buy, BBBY at 10:05 as a buy.
Right.
Now, just so you know, I'm still working on it. I don't get a signal unless I got the app open, because it's so funny. I went ahead and I was looking to, so I bought Lowe's on the app, and what a huge trade that was. Beautiful trade.
And that was 10 minutes before BBBY.
Yeah, and so what happened, I was looking to go short that. Now I bought Rite Aid too. And just so you know what's going on is that they're not only picking on BBBY, they're also picking on Rite Aid. Rite Aid had a $2-3 move last week.
Wow.
So it's having the same. They seem to put them all together. Rite Aid, Game, AMC.
Well, and I was going to say, I vaguely remember seeing Rad or Rite Aid down in the 8s.
Sixes. It was down to 6s 2 months ago.
So, and I think that's what I think that's what happens. I think as the stocks or as the companies start to falter, shorts pile on, and then these Wall Street bets or people like that see the massive short interest and force a short squeeze, which basically is, like we've seen in the past, an explosion to the top. So you wanted, and you actually posted this, which is the BBBY 19 calls.
20 puts.
Oh.
See, if you scroll down, you can see that you could have bought those things for 20 cents. Is it on there? Or did you go past it? Or can you click on that? Here it is right there.
Oh yeah, day low.
Yeah, you could have bought that for 20. So 50 contracts, 1,000, and you could have unloaded those about 3 o'clock at $4 a contract.
And that's where, if we go back to this, that's where this came in.
Yes.
Which is 1:55 Eastern. So pretty close to your magical 122, 222 times. So, so you wanted to see buys and sells. Look at that.
It'd probably be around, what did we decide, about 155? Yeah, it's that bar on the side somewhere like there. Well, it's going fast.
You know what? It's way up here. So here's 12 or 1.
There you go. Yeah, you're gonna start seeing the puts there. Go backwards. Yeah, a little slower. Look for high numbers. So some of strategies out there, see them right there, 150, 150, 130, 2,000. That you can see that they layer their their bets, as I call them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's go to 140.
well, if you, you'll see high numbers. They're not going to do it. It's going to take them a while to do it, but well, those are puts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then look at that. They got those for 10 cents. Not a high quantity. Now you can go on price too. Try
Yeah.
doing the price. That's always good too. But
Here's
yeah, there's your big ones though. But some good size orders. But the whole point of the matter is that you could have bought it for 20 cents. Which is I looked at it and I'm like, oh, you can't drop that much. You know, if you just get it out of your head that don't ever worry about what you think will happen. Because it doesn't matter what you think will happen.
I gotta get a calculator because look at this one. The biggest put occurred at 149. The January 23 40 puts, 2,000 of them at 26.67. 26.67 times 2,000. $5.3 million trade right there.
Wow. Now the question is, did they resell them? And the question is, what is that worth now? Because they're already past the 23 put.
Well,
if you think about that, that doesn't even make any sense.
That's the
whole premium is almost the price of the whole position.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's baked in for a $26 drop.
Yeah, let me see this. If I can do
So what's going on here is that if you're not familiar with options and ThinkOrSwim, you are seeing what happens behind the scenes that people cannot see. And that is that you're looking at option volumes as they actually occur. This is the actual time, sale, and the actual trade right here. And you can only go ahead and access this if you're a big trader.
January 23, the 40 strike puts. And let's do today. 20, they start off at 23. Went as high as $27.
So then what they're doing is they're just going for a long-term, hold on to it to counteract any type of movement.
Yeah, well, let me see. 40 minus what they pay, 26.75 maybe. 13.25 puts it at the money. 26.67. So roughly.
Yeah, go ahead and click on price. I don't know if you know this, Brian, but if you click on price, you can go the opposite way. See it? It'll go low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, click on that and have it go down low. There you go.
Yeah. Interesting. More information.
I actually used to trade that way. I would follow the big trades. It was better than 50%. That's all I can say. Yeah.
So yeah, couple other things. I know you posted about next year, July 22nd. Should I check my calendar? Because I actually put it in my calendar. Next year's party. But more pressing because I've gotten quite a few mentions in regards to it is you're starting a class September 1st.
Yes.
And you have
My
people,
last one.
you have people IMing you, right?
I have possibly hundreds.
Wow. And because I vaguely remember this in the past. So you're gonna have different tasks for people to do, correct?
Well, I did do that in the past. I will go ahead and have people work on some things that I did. First of all, as we get, first of all, you got to change your mindset. Second of all, you have to read. Third of all, you have to go ahead and have some goals. People are like, oh yeah, there's did you get his book?
Millionaire Mind? Yep, I did. The makings of a millionaire mind.
Yeah.
Building a life of abundance.
How did you end up, did he reach out to you, or did you just buy that, or?
He reached out to me actually.
Yeah.
Wanted to do a training session and I said, I need to buy your book. So he said, I'll send you one. So actually,
So are you doing a training session then?
no. I settled for the book instead. And actually,
yeah.
I think he made me pay for it, to tell you the truth.
Of course he made you pay for it. I didn't. Yeah, I got that one.
So yeah, I mean, and there are books all around. There's like Think and Grow Rich. It's all about changing your mindset. Letting positive thoughts guide you, and positive things will happen.
It's funny. I was just on Facebook with Jess Ecker, which his dad is Harv Ecker, and I don't tell the story, but I'm going to tell it when we get into the class. Is that when I literally had zero money at all, I came into $1,000, and I went ahead and found the most influential people in the world. Now, this is kind of like, crazy stuff thinking. And I went ahead and I wrote them a nice letter, thanked them for being an inspiration, and sent them a $100 bill. And one of them was Harv Ecker. And so it's kind of funny. A good friend of mine, a decent friend, but he's a billionaire, and I sent him $100, and he's the only one that sent it back. So you give that to charity.
All right. T. Harv Ecker does have a book out there that I read.
Best book I ever read.
Yeah. So.
And I'm really they have so many similarities, Harv Ecker's and Daniel Gomez's. The only difference, Daniel Gomez takes it from a spiritual point of view. Harv Ecker does not really have any spiritual value in his book. So that's why I kind of like Daniel's better, because of the spiritual part of it. But there's a lot to it. And as things go, as things change, there's a lot of things changing in my life. I'll as I turn into going to my 60s, I'll start selling some companies, and that I'll focus more on the ones that we have. One of the ones is me and Brian have in the trading company that I have, that I will concentrate more into it. owning companies is actually very unusual because you spend so much time, you don't have a choice. And that's kind of what happens. Some companies take care of themselves. I have two companies that I really don't do much at all in them. And they're probably one of the most profitable. And then the other ones are very time consuming, 100 calls a day. So, it's just interesting. And I never plan on doing it, but what it is that your path in life you can't determine. You have to go ahead and get deep inside you and figure out what your path is and then pursue it. And then hopefully through prayer and inner focus and changing your mindset, opportunities is what changes lives. Opportunities changes your direction. Opportunities changes everything. So
yeah, September 1st. If you haven't IM'd Alan, do so. I know a lot of people commented on the post and said, "Oh, please add me, please add me." But I think you're going to develop that list from your instant messages or your Facebook messages, correct?
Yeah, and I'll do some more. And for those that I haven't responded to, don't worry about it. I was on vacation all last week, and so I haven't even really looked at any of them. I had a blast. The Hard Rock, Clearwater Beach. Took a cruise in Clearwater Beach. Starlight Tours, beautiful. Beautiful. Area there, and stayed at some very nice hotels. So
yeah, for those of you
went down to Hulk Hogan's. I love that place.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Clearwater's on the Gulf side of Florida. And Alan's been there many times. I joked with him that he's going to find a house down there pretty soon. And,
I would imagine. I'm still killing myself. I was telling Brian is like, I had 2 or 3 houses. They're 1.2 million on the water, and I was like, God, it's like, I didn't want to pay the taxes, never thinking that it would explode. And now you can't even touch them for like under 2.5 million,
Yeah, right, exactly.
but what a boy, I underestimated how that was going to, turn out. I never would have believed, that Florida could have, exploded like that. I wouldn't touch any real estate now in Florida, but who knows? I mean, maybe it's just going to go even more higher,
Yeah, never know. So.
Yeah, you never know. So, but yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, the overall game plan is in 10 years. I'll spend some long periods of time in there. So we'll see how that works. I actually don't mind Michigan in the winter. It doesn't get that bad in the southeastern part of Michigan. We really only have 18, 20 inches for the whole year. It's not. Yeah, Michigan's interesting. Every 1 hour you travel north, the snow doubles. You get to Traverse City, and then they get 200 inches a year. Very interesting. Like we get 20 inches, Flint gets 40, you go up another hour. It's 60, then you go up another hour, it's 80, then 100, 120, 140, and it literally doubles. Never seen anything like it. It's just crazy that way. So
yeah, same here.
But did you see when Green Bay's playing? Green Bay's.
I haven't looked at the schedule, but you know what? I passed the cheese shop, and I think I'm gonna bet people that we play against that I'll send someone cheese if the Packers lose, if they send me something from their state if they win. So we'll see.
Well, Green Bay and Detroit are facing off. I think in November or something. So
I'll have to look.
I'll have to see if I get a suite or something.
That would be fun. That would definitely be fun.
Yeah. So Good stuff. Sorry guys if we kind of rambled a little bit. It was kind of like, other than BBBY, there wasn't a lot of news. Walmart's was some news. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I think it's going to drop $5 tomorrow. We'll see. I'm short, but I actually I did go ahead and do a spread on it, so I don't know. If you want to know what I am right now, I'm long Rite Aid, I'm long OPK, I'm long Save, SAVE, and then I am long Walmart on a just to cover, so my short on it. But Rite Aid, I think, is going to go to 13 or 14 this week. I really do, which would be nice. We'll see. And watch Rite Aid very, very closely. If you get any chance to get into Rite Aid cheap in the 12 calls, I would do it in a minute. There's a lot of short sellers getting squeezed, and I think it could do what it did last week, which dropped, it went up $2-3. I did it, Brian. I sold too early. So I was doing some TV taping for some commercials, and I sold everything I had before I got in there. I made a couple thousand, and then I got out of there, and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's up to 8,000. I'm like, God, that drives me to bananas. But
Yeah,
we'll do it another day. So.
Okie doke. Sounds good.
All right. We'll talk to you.
Sure. Bye, Alan. Everybody have a good
Okay.
week. Bye.